Frame. They'll be stopping by tailgates all around the stadium, driven by something different. Vibe Credit Union.
What you don't know can hurt you. HireItDone.com.
I'm Adam Helfman with Hire It Done. Here with some quick tips that you can use next time you're looking for a contractor. These tips are so crucial, I don't want anyone to hire a contractor before hearing this. Number one. We've been programmed to always get at least 3 bids, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I also want to give you permission to say yes when you find the contractor you want. Remember, it might be a few weeks or more before a good contractor is available to start working, and the sooner you decide, the sooner the project starts moving forward. Number two. Ask the contractor to write down everything that's included. This forces the contractor to think what else is part of the project and what could potentially come up. Additionally, ask the contractor what is not included. This too will force the contractor to think about items of the project that may not be included. Number three. Get it in writing for how long the job will take. Just understand that this is a reference, not an exact timeline, because no two houses or projects are the same. If you think you need a penalty clause for the job taking too long, then be prepared for paying a bonus clause if the project finishes early. Number four. Look for a contractor who's solution-minded. And what I mean by that is look for someone who identifies and solves problems instead of placing blame. Before you hire someone, ask what happens when a job goes wrong. Great contractors will have great answers. Number five. You don't necessarily want to hire the cheapest or the most expensive contractor. The cheapest contractors are more likely to cut corners, while the most expensive are not necessarily performing the best work. That's why more often than not, the best value comes from contractors who are priced in the middle of the road. If you like these tips, I've got a whole hour of home improvement advice coming your way. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What you don't know can hurt you. HireItDone.com. When there's work to be done around or in your home, when there's money to be spent, you don't want to go wrong. What you don't know can hurt you. We're people you can trust. All your home improvement needs. Get advice from us. What you don't know can hurt you. HireItDone.com.
It's the weekend. Perfect time to hire it done. Welcome, everyone. My name's Adam Helfman. Sitting down today, my new seat. I like to do my radio show standing up, but they got a new setup in the studio, new equipment, so it's allowing me to sit. I like standing, so if I get ants in my pants, maybe you'll know what I got to do. But hey, thanks for tuning in. This is the Home Improvement Radio Show that teaches you, the homeowner, how to fix, repair, or remodel everything within the 4 corners of your lot. It's not a do-it-yourself show. And I want you to know I am not anti-do-it-yourself. I'm just pro-do-it-for-me. So hopefully you'll enjoy this show. You'll enjoy the content. And you'll enjoy what we're going to be talking about. Because this morning and every Saturday morning, we'll be talking about all the home improvement ideas, tips, trends, contractors, whatever you need for your house. I want to teach you how to have a hassle-free home improvement. It's not hard. Remember, what you don't know could hurt you. So it's important that we're all on the same page. And that's what I want you to do. And by the way, if you're thinking of remodeling your house, we got a good couple guests on. We had a great interview that we did. We recorded over the weekend that we're going to play later. The water quality in your house is pretty bad. So we have an interview from Beauchamp's water treatment solutions. And I learned a lot. And I didn't realize, city water, we used to say, Detroit has the best water. And it's drinkable, no problem. But, boil advisory, you got the Flint crisis. I think we've let our infrastructure get a little bit down. So you might want to check the quality of your water. And you know what? What's the worst that happens if you get a filter? Put a water filter in. I'll tell you what. I put one in and it made a big difference. It tastes better. What are you going to spend all this money on bottled water all the time? You can do it out bottled water, better than bottled water quality coming out of your faucet. We're going to talk about that later. But we've got some good guests today. I got Steve Iverson from Finished Basements Plus. He's a rock star when it comes to remodeling and basements. In fact, he's one of the best contractor of the year. He's won all kinds of awards. We're going to be talking to him. So I'm excited about that. And I want everybody to enjoy this next 2 hours. So let's go right to our mailbag question.
Let's go to the mailbag, brought to you by the UPS Store. The UPS Store. Pack, ship, print, mailboxes, and more.
So if you ever want to make a comment or a question for me, you can always email me, adam@hireitdone.com. And we pick a question every week to talk on the air, and hopefully we can share the information with all the listeners. So this morning I got a question, or this week I got a question that says, Adam, I've listened to your show for years, and some of my favorite segments you do are, excuse me, some of my favorite segments you do are how to deal with contractors on the business side of things. Questions to ask contractors, how to fire a contractor, etc. One thing you've never talked about when I've been listening, and I'm curious to know your answer on, is there one question that you think applies to every contractor and that homeowners should ask every contractor? Now that is like the $1 million question. What is the one question? There's really not one question. There's a bunch of them. And if you go to hireitdone.com, we have the 10 questions to ask every contractor. We do quite a bit of that. So basically, if I had to come up with one question, I would say to the contractor, how long would the job take? And have them put it in writing. Because there's 1,000 reasons why the job takes longer than you thought. 1,000. And I'm not just making it, I'm not blowing it up. It's the truth. I can come up with 1 million reasons why the job takes so long. So ask them that. And if, let's use a bathroom example, or a roof, right? A roof takes 1 day, typically. Sometimes it's 2, depends, but most of the time it's 1 day. And then if you think about it, getting a bathroom, have the contractor say how long the job should take. The contractor will be like, oh, yeah, it's to take 5 days. Ask him to put it in writing. Now, just because he put it in writing doesn't mean he's liable if it takes 7 days. But a bathroom takes 2 to 3 weeks, literally. And then if you have a big bathroom remodel where you gut it to the studs and you've got handicap accessibilities and all kinds of other things, it could take 6, 8, 10 weeks. Never know for sure, but it's not easy. Okay? Nothing's easy. So you've got to communicate with him and do that. So the one question that I would have to say that I'd want people to ask every contractor is, how long should the job take? But I haven't put it in writing. Now, there's 1,000 other questions. And, of course, you got it on hireitdone.com, and you can get that information there. Of course, you always have a question way to ask me. It's adam@hireitdone.com is my email. Love to help you out. And, that's what we do here. We want to help homeowners get a hassle-free home improvement. That's how we roll. It's pretty easy. Listen, we're early in the morning. I want you to enjoy your cup of coffee with me. I want you to enjoy your time with me this morning. We're going to learn, right? That's how we roll here. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, I'm going to be going to bust some green home improvement myths. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network.
Having my own restaurant.
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. I want to thank everyone for listening. Everybody. So we've got Randy France, Alyssa Fair in studio from Hard Rock Stoneworks. Alyssa, let me ask you a question. If there's 100 slabs sold, how many are granite and how many are quartz? Do you have a breakdown?
Honestly, it's probably about 50-50 right now. Speaking of quartz, we are giving away a free quartz slab at our event at the Michigan Design Center on Tuesday the 15th.
Nice. So that's coming up this coming Tuesday.
This Tuesday, yeah.
So how do people get in to maybe get a slab? How do they do that?
You just have to show up. We're doing a presentation from 10 to noon. You get 1 CEU credit for a designer. They have to get a certain amount of CEU credits a year.
Continuing education. I hated doing that, but yeah, I remember.
The best part, though, for me anyway, is that we were going to have a mimosa bar. So
Really?
I mean, the free slab is awesome, but the mimosa bar, really? Come on.
We already have over 70 RSVPs. And to top that, I say we give away a slab right now.
A slab
Quartz slab right now.
right now? Can
First
they
call.
call? What do they got to do?
Whatever your
Okay.
callers.
We're giving away a quartz slab for first caller, 248-539-9797. Let our call screener know that we're giving away a quartz slab right now to the first caller, 248-539-9797. Caught him off guard, but it's okay.
Love
Here's my question.
best part about radio.
I like a good deal, okay?
Who doesn't?
I love basically getting a good deal, especially when it's from a company that's like, the leader in the industry. One of the things I love about Hard Rock is when I go there every time is the first thing I gravitate towards is, and I know this is kind of weird, but maybe it's because of who I am or my heritage or whatever. I go to the remnants. And because you've grown so quickly, so strongly, your remnants have grown. It's too bad we can't do a cash and carry, right?
Thousands.
Would you agree, Randy? Isn't it a great deal to go there and check that out? Because you can find almost anything in there, right?
Anybody who's doing a small project, a vanity, a fireplace, maybe an outdoor barbecue, just maybe a small table, coffee tables. We actually have coffee tables for sale in there. You can come in and you definitely can pick up something
Phone lines.
and save yourself some
Crazy.
big money.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the best part. A coffee table. Now, will you guys make custom designs and smaller items as well?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
We've
'Cause
made
small ones, it's not cheap, but at the same time, you can make anything out of granite. You guys have that ability.
Yeah, with the water jets and CNCs, we pretty much can cut anything, polish anything, make anything look good.
Like our Michigan mittens that we love to give away.
Oh my God, you guys! I have in my office. I had a bunch of them. We brought them out to the home show, and people are just like, oh, "These are free." I'm like, "Yep."
It's bleep to 42424.
What you don't know can hurt you. HireItDone.com.
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman, home improvement expert, fourth generation contractor. All around decent guy. Just decent, right? This is the Hire It Done radio network, of course. And when it comes to home improvement, there's no shortage of myths, misconceptions out there. I think especially true when we talk about green home improvement. Is it just a fad, or you pay twice as much for a house that has green? It doesn't save you money. Well, I hear these myths all the time, and I'm going to break that down. Because what's real, what's a myth when it comes to green home improvement and remodeling?
It's time for Going Green with Hire It Done. Brought to you by Consumers Energy, Business Energy Efficiency Programs.
So what are the first myths for going green? You know, I know, right? Shout out to Mary Brenner. The first myth is that going green is more expensive. Is it? Is it really? Well, I don't know. The first thing that everyone thinks is that going green is going to cost you money, right? It may be true that some green products are more expensive than their conventional counterparts. However, when you consider the project as a whole, there's often opportunities to cut costs. So let's look at how you can cut costs, save money, be smart, things like that. Green homes are often referred to as high-performing homes because they're designed to be efficient. both in regards to energy and water. That means lower utility bills and significant savings over time. You don't have to take my word for it. According to the U.S. Green Building Council, the typical household spends about $2,150 a year on residential energy bills. That's why it might be sent. There's a company that we are going to be working with in Power Home Solar. They save you money. Solar roofing, right? Think about that. You might want to consider that. It's pretty cool. But anyways, there's a lot, LEED certified homes, LEED, L-E-E-D, can save 30 to 60% on those bills. Over a 10-year span, that's $12,000, in energy savings. And that's before we even talk about any tax credits, energy credits that you might be eligible for. And that's what everyone should be looking at. So you have to look at the project as a whole before you say it's too expensive. It's only worth it if you replace everything. That's another myth. Well, what does that mean? I hear this one all the time. But Adam, I don't need a high efficiency furnace. If the rest of my home isn't energy efficient, it won't be worth it. This could not be further from the truth. And let me tell you why. You have to look at each appliance or each part of your home on a case-by-case basis. And what do I mean when I say that? Otherwise, you might be missing out on big savings. Let me use my personal favorite part of the home as an example. My toilet. Yeah, I know I love toilets, right? By replacing my old inefficient toilet with WaterSense labeled models, get a washlet, get a Toto toilet from my friends at Advanced Plumbing. The average family can reduce water used for toilets by 20 to 60%. That's nearly 13,000 gallons of water savings for your home every year. That's a lot of water, okay? They can also save more than $120 a year in water costs and about $2,200 over the lifetime of the toilet. Think about that. That's some big money. Significant amount of cut from just replacing one toilet. Yeah, they say, you got to flush them twice to make it work. No. They got over that. Fix it, okay? That's important. In some cases, like upgrading an old furnace or AC, the savings are so substantial you might not be able to afford not upgrading. That's what I'm tell you. You get a brand new furnace. Call Air Temp Mechanical, running right, our guys. And you have an old furnace. Let's say you have an 80%er. Now you got a 95%er. It's saving you 30% on your monthly bill. Let's say your monthly bill is $300. 30% is $90 a month. If you finance it, the payment's less than $90. You're already paying for a new furnace. Paid for itself. Trust me. That's the best part. What about options for eco-friendly building materials? That's number 3. This maybe have been true years ago, but the industry has changed over the past decade. Green building is now big business. And every single type of material you could need is a green alternative like wool or denim insulation, bark siding, eco flooring, cork flooring. It's eco. It's green. Bamboo, green. Updated roofing, insulation, it's $1 million. Composite decks, that's huge. Now, what about green materials that look weird or that look ugly? Is that a problem? Depends. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Not everyone wants to go with the hippie tree hugger aesthetic with their house. The good news is you don't have to. Whether your style is modern, historic, traditional, rustic, or something in between, you can find eco-friendly materials that fit your taste and style. Selecting materials is also where a great contractor can help give you the recommendations and advice you need to make the right decision the first time. That's important. So those are some of the items that you have for being green. Now, what else is there? Look at Trex. It's a composite deck, or AZEC, composite deck, right? It's made of sawdust, which is a byproduct in a lumber mill. And they use a composite resin, and they mix it together, mix it up, and then they push it through a press that comes out looking like lumber. Not only is it recycling, but it's green. It lasts a ton longer than other wood, and it's not killing the environment. Yeah, it costs a little bit more, but it's the last deck you'll probably buy. I don't have anyone replacing I don't have anyone coming to Higher Done saying, we need a new deck. We had Trex put on 20 years ago and it's rotted. I haven't heard that one yet. So why not? Why not do that? By the way, if you have a question, you can text me this morning, 97136. I'd love to help you out. A couple on the text is, Adam, I asked potential customer a question. 9 times out of 10, they answer it. A lot of times you're dealing with one person, yet 2 will be involved. Yeah, that's true, Bob and Troy. I ask you, do you have a budget? It saves both parties a lot of time in most cases. If the job is $2,000, they're only willing to spend $500. Do the math. Well, here's the question. Do homeowners want to give you a budget? Or do they want to say, you say to them, Mrs. Homeowner, I know you've been thinking about this bathroom. Do you have a budget in mind? Homeowner's like, I don't know what it's going to cost. You're the expert. You tell me. Oh, now we got a little bit of a debate going. So it's real simple. As a contractor, here's what you say to the homeowner. You know what, Mrs. Jones, you're right. I apologize for asking that question. Let's talk about your bathroom. Tell me what your ultimate bathroom looks like. And so then the homeowner describes their ultimate bathroom. I want quartz countertops. I want marble on the floor. I want a shampoo shelf. I want all kinds of sprayers in the shower. I want a rain head out of the ceiling. So then as a professional contractor, here's what you say. Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Homeowner, let me tell you this. Based on what you described, this beautiful bathroom with the rain, the sprayers, the heated seat, the heated floor, blah, 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 that bathroom typically costs $23,000 to $50,000. Now tell me, Mrs. Homeowner, were you expecting to pay that between that range? Homeowner's like, no way, you're crazy. I was expecting $1,000. Okay. So that's how you play that game. As a professional contractor, you got to know how to extract. That's what I'm talking about. Coming up next, I'm going to be joined with Steve Iverson, Finished Basements Plus. Contractor of the Year, by the way. What a rock star. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. I want to thank everyone for listening. Everybody. So we've got Randy France, Alyssa Fair in studio from Hard Rock Stoneworks. Alyssa, let me ask you a question. If there's 100 slabs sold, how many are granite and how many are quartz? Do you have a breakdown? Is it
Honestly, it's probably about 50-50 right now. Speaking of quartz, we are giving away a free quartz slab at our event at the Michigan Design Center on Tuesday the 15th.
Nice. So that's coming up this coming Tuesday.
This Tuesday, yeah.
So how do people get in to maybe get a slab? How do they do that?
You just have to show up. We're doing a presentation from 10 to noon. You get 1 CEU credit for a designer. They have to get a certain amount of CEU credits a year.
Continuing education. I hated doing that. But yeah, I remember.
The best part, though, for me anyway, is that we were going to have a mimosa bar. So
really?
I mean, the free slab is awesome, but the mimosa bar, really? Come on.
We already have over 70 RSVPs. And to top that, I say we give away a slab right now.
A slab?
Quartz slab right now.
Right now? Can they call? What do they got to do?
Whatever your callers.
We're giving away a quartz slab for first caller, 248-539-9797. Let our call screener know that we're giving away a quartz slab right now to the first caller, 248-539-9797. Caught him off guard, but it's okay. Here's my question.
Best part about radio.
I like a good deal, okay?
Who doesn't?
I love basically getting a good deal, especially when it's from a company that's like, you know, the leader in the industry. One of the things I love about Hard Rock is when I go there every time is the first thing I gravitate towards is, and I know this is kind of weird, but maybe it's because of who I am or my heritage or whatever. I go to the remnants. And because you've grown so quickly, so strongly, your remnants have grown. It's too bad we can't like do a cash and carry, right?
Thousands.
Would you agree, Randy? Isn't it a great deal to go there and check that out? Because you can find almost anything in there, right?
Anybody who's doing a small project, a vanity, a fireplace, maybe an outdoor barbecue, just maybe a small table, coffee tables. We actually have coffee tables for sale in there. You can come in and you definitely can pick up something and save yourself some big money.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the best part. A coffee table. Now, will you guys make custom designs and smaller items as well?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
We've made
small ones. It's not cheap, but at the same time, you can make anything out of granite. You guys have that ability.
Yeah. Yeah, with the water jets and CNCs, we pretty much can cut anything, polish anything, make anything look good.
Like our Michigan mittens that we love to give away.
Oh my God, you guys! I have in my office. I had a bunch of them. We brought them out to the home show, and people are just like, oh, "These are free." I'm like, "Yep." Thanks to Hard Rock Stoneworks. That's funny. So if someone has, let's say, a logo of their company, they want to make it out of granite, you guys could do that, right?
Absolutely, easily. We've done it tons of times already.
Even when you walk into our showroom, you see our logo on a big desk, so you can use that as a huge, presentation right when you walk into your office.
And can you do that out of quartz too?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually easier out of quartz.
Right. Quartz. Well, break down the chemistry of quartz. Quartz is ground up quartz and epoxy, or what?
Resin, epoxy, yep, and it's baked, so it's man-made. That's what gives it the consistency. They're coming up with some better patterns that are a little bit more wilder.
They look more natural.
Yeah, more natural, but basically.
It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Now available for download. Always Aggravated. A Mike Valenti signature podcast. Get it on radio.com and Apple iTunes.
97.1 The Ticket. What you don't know can hurt you. HireItDone.com.
Good morning. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. So you're thinking of remodeling your house? Is this a good time of year to remodel? It's always a good time of year to remodel. There's no better than worse. But of course, it's getting a little cold out. You're going to be doing new siding. You want to do some brickwork on the outside of your house? You can probably still do it. We have contractors that'll do work all year round. But what are some of the hot, popular home improvement projects that are big in the fall and the winter and pretty much all year round? Well, one of them that we always talk about is basement finishing or basement remodeling. Turn your basement into a lower level, they say. Oh, well, if you want it done right and you want the best, you got to go to Hire It Done. And this is why, because we've partnered with the best. And of course, everyone says, oh, yeah, Adam, you always say that every one of your guys is the best. Well, 7 out of 10 contractors that apply to Hire It Done don't make it for whatever reasons. Whether there's a background check glitch, something like, sex offender or something like that, some crazy stuff. Or they're not in business long enough, or they just have a glitch, or they're just not a match. We don't look for everyone. Listen, we agree. We are not a match for everyone. We want homeowners that are serious about home improvement, that are looking for hassle-free, that are budget-minded, design-minded, but just generally want to do it right from the get-go. They're not looking to save $2 by going on a .com wholesale site, or they watch HGTV and say, I could do it just like that for half the price. That's a bunch of fuzzy math. So we're going to unfuzz the math right now. Unfuzz the math. I like that. With Contractor of the Year. That's some serious, bragging rights. We've got Steve Iverson from Finished Basements Plus. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Adam. How are you?
Congratulations right out of the gates.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So tell everyone, Finished Basements Plus, what's Contractor of the Year?
Well, it's Remodeler of the Year through...
Same thing.
Through the Home Builders Association of Southeast Michigan.
The HBA, that's a big award.
Yeah. It's the first time we've won it. It's a big honor. We really are happy about that.
Yeah, well, it's bragging rights, right?
It is.
So homeowner says, listen, Mr. Iverson, why should I use your company? Contractor of the Year. Why not? You want the best? I mean, that's legit.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to tell a few people about it.
Well, we should get a press release out there.
We should, yeah.
Well, right now, for everyone listening, we have Contractor of the Year on right now. Steve Iverson, Finished Basements Plus, which is legit, really legit. So all you do is finish basements.
Yeah, all we do is basement finishing. Yeah.
Wall side windows, all they do is windows.
Yeah, and they're good at it.
They did this. It's funny. Years and years and years ago, when I was a contractor, I said to my dad, I'm like, Dad, why do they do just windows? They could do siding. They could do roofing. They're at the house. Why not sell more stuff, right? And that's me, the entrepreneur, thinking. My dad looks at me and goes, because they decided, and this is how, my dad told me this because the original founder of Wallside, Stanford Blank, or the father, Marty Blank was his name. He told my dad, and this is, I remember this distinctly, he told my dad's name was Joel. He goes, Joel, we're going to do windows, and we're going to do windows the best and nothing else. So they focused on it.
Yeah.
You know what? They are the best. Legit. If you want that range of budget window, they're the best. Literally. And they're not even they're not a sponsor of the show. They just really are.
Yeah.
But then you got Hanson's, good company. They do roofing. They do siding. They do windows. They do gutters. They'll do a front door. They're at your house, right? Might as well sell you something.
Sure.
So you can argue both ways. But
Yeah.
you, my friend, are doing finished basements, which includes, bathrooms, kitchens, entertainment rooms. So it's like a full house. And people don't realize that when you do a basement, you're really remodeling a house.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's involved? What makes your company better when you do your basements? Because it's lower level. I'm always worried about the dirty 4-letter word.
The old word.
Right? Oy.
Yeah, we so there's really 3 components that make us unique. Our people, our products, and our processes.
Sure.
We've got experienced people who have been building basements, just basements, designing and building them for the last 15 years. We have materials that are made to be constructed into a lower level basement or lower level, which does have a different environment than the rest of your home. It's more humid. It's typically colder in the basement, so we've got to deal with those issues and also put products in the basement that can't support mold growth. And then our processes of construction are very different than what you might experience with a general handyman or a contractor.
Well, let me ask you a question, because the process it's just part of the word. Well, it's really a big deal.
Yeah.
You got concrete walls; they're never straight. Okay,
Right.
first of all, the floor is never perfectly level because they think, it's a lower level, it's a basement.
Yeah.
So you have to first make sure that when you frame the outside walls, which you have to do, because if you want plugs, you want it to look like a regular living area, you got to do all that.
Right.
Plus, you got to worry about the lower level, which is a higher moisture content, like you said. So you guys pick materials that allow the basement to become a lower level without any respiratory issues, without any environmental issues.
Right.
You take care of that. That's 90% of the battle. And most homeowners don't know. They hire a handyman. I'll just put some 2x4s and and then it ain't the way to do it.
No, you've got to use proper materials. There's a right way to do something and there's the wrong way to do something. And over the course of the years, we have developed, processes and procedures and materials that are right for basement finishing.
Right. And so that's where, when homeowners are thinking, and by the way, if anyone out there wants to check them out, just go to finishedbasementsplus.com. They have an awesome website, obviously contractor of the year. But if you want to see before and after pictures, you want to see some legit, real deal basement remodeling, this is where you go. Finishedbasementsplus.com. Obviously, they're pre-screened in part of Higher Done. You've been with Higher Done now how long? Long ass time.
It's got to be like 7 or 8 years.
At least.
Yeah.
Well, good. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, you're
So the process you mentioned, it's a big word. And homeowner says, you know what? Let's get a bid from these guys. What's the first step? They call your office, and is there an interview on the phone? Is it, let's go through the steps.
So a customer calls our office, and basically they're going to set up a 90-minute consultation. So at the 90-minute consultation, we're going to come out, we're going to do an inspection, we're going to talk to you about what your wants and your needs are, what your vision is for the space. We're going to take that information back to our office, and we're going to have our designers put a nice floor plan together that's also going to include some 3D imagery. And then we're going to set another appointment with you to meet with you, show you the plan that we've developed, and also have a proposal that's linked to that particular plan. So at the end of the second meeting, the second step, we're showing you a plan and also a detailed proposal of what all is included in the project.
I got a lot of questions about what you just said.
All right, fire away.
Let's back it up to the first thing. So if a homeowner's thinking about remodeling the basement, they need to invest in like an hour and a half. That's it.
Yeah, hour and a half or 2.
So over the phone, homeowner talks to your people and says, yeah, I'm thinking about remodeling basement. You're like, great. We do the best basements. Let's pick a time that works for both of us. We'll be there. And you over the phone say, listen, we need about an hour and a half of your time. So for a homeowner thinking of remodeling a basement, make sure you invest an hour and a half. Pay attention, because that's where the question and answers in the roadmap starts for you guys to come out with the best design so that the basement's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that first meeting, 90 minutes, you know, first thing you do is you come downstairs with the homeowner. You say you do an inspection.
Right.
Tell me what that does.
Well, we're looking for cracks. We're looking for rod hole leaks. We're looking for any signs of water or moisture. It could be around the sump pump or the furnace. We're inspecting things like the bond insulation. We want to see if you're leaking air any place. We're really going from floor to ceiling, looking for issues that could affect the project downstream.
Okay. Makes sense.
We're even testing indoor humidity.
So let's say right 5 minutes into the job, you're there, or 5 minutes into the inspection, you see crack, you see water, you see signs of water.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do then?
Well, we're going to put a plan together to address it prior to construction or during construction.
So you do work with the homeowner and say, listen, you want this, but we're not going to remodel a basement or finish it with the idea that there possibly could water.
Correct.
So you work with waterproofing contractors?
We do.
Okay.
Yep.
It almost seems like it might be a good idea for you to explore that side of the business too.
We are.
All in one, right?
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. It's the future, I think.
Right.
Okay, so now the homeowner gets to the good part. They're like, yeah, here's my Pinterest board.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they say, here's my ideas. I want a pool table over here. I want a big screen TV over there. I want my little wine cooler over here.
Yeah.
I want to play cards Tuesday nights over here. My friend's going to play canasta over there. That's what these old ladies do. They play canasta.
Right.
Do you ever know what canasta is? You ever heard of that?
I've seen it. I don't know how to play it.
My bubby plays canasta. That's what I tell you about.
Yeah.
So my point is, that's what it is. You build the vision, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some crazy good basements. Have any good homeowners from hell stories for me? Maybe contractor from hell stories. And how to get it done right. How long does it take? What's it cost? Is it, we're going to break all that down. Keep it locked in. We are definitely going to have some more information. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network. There you go. So there we have it. So yeah, you're like that guy, the dad who, with the bulldogs. Everyone's got granite bulldog things, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
It's the best. I was the father who would bring the food. You know what I'm saying? Like I could never coach. One time they asked me to coach. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. It's really a cool weekend. It's the fall. Cider, donuts, home shows. Don't forget the Home Builder Association at the Suburban Showplace has the Fall Home Improvement Show. Hire It Done will be there. We have a booth with the Better Business Bureau we're sharing. And it's going to be fun. If you're thinking of remodeling, it's a great place to get ideas. In fact, this segment is called How Late is Too Late? Can you start a project this late in the season? Of course you can. It's never too late. But let's get through how and why and the factors necessary. That's right, necessary, my friends, in order to do this. One of the most common questions I always get is, hey, Adam, is it too late to start my project? Well, a roofing project, painting project, a deck, an addition, basements? My answer is that it's never too late to start a project, of course. But it might be too late to get the project finished by the time you want. Oh, I'm having people over for Thanksgiving. I need my kitchen done. Really, dude? Good luck with that. Although, you pay enough, you might get it done. So right now it's a big time for home improvement because everyone has projects they want to get done before the holidays. That's the key word, holidays. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Homeowners typically spend all summer worrying about their home's exterior. And then soon as fall comes around, we realize, I got family coming over. I have to get the best guest bathroom finished. Or I have to paint the living room, whatever the case may be. Or perhaps I'm finishing a bathroom in a basement. Well, I recently talked to one of our professionals who do remodeling every day. I went to Steve Iverson. He's the owner of Finished Basements Plus, one of our Hire It Done contractors. And he is doing basement finishing. And finishing a basement also encompasses every mechanical system in your home. You know that? It often includes a bathroom. There's drywall, lighting, many unique features, flooring. And a finished basement's a perfect project to look into and understand what the timeline for completing a renovation is really like. Think about that. It might put a damper on your holiday plans, but there's no such thing as a one-day remodel. That only happens on HGTV. Yeah, we do roofs in a day, but think about it. Can you really do a makeover in a house in one day? I'm sorry. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. In studio is Contractor of the Year, Steve Iverson. I kind of feel like special that you're here today. Literally.
You should.
No, listen. If I had to write a profile like the great top of the elite contractors, you're one of them because you do everything right. If there's a problem, you take care of it. You got no like shiftiness, no shadiness like me. You know, you just straight up do good work, and you have a really good team.
Yeah, I do have a good team.
One of the girls that works for you, I creep her Instagram.
Chelsea.
Yeah. She's very design oriented. Like it's all her Instagram is pictures of like the Louvre in France, expensive stuff. But her design skills are pretty mad.
Yeah, she does a great job.
Right?
And we've got.
How come you didn't bring her?
Just like her. I thought we were inviting her, but she didn't. She's not here today.
Whatever. She didn't want to get up early, so we had to settle for you, Lacey.
Right.
The boss. So we were talking about the process. We were talking about it's a 90-minute first interview, which just makes sense. You come to the house it makes perfect sense to do that. So then homeowner's like, yeah, I love this. At that point, have you established a price range for the homeowner?
Yeah, we're going to talk about budget in the first meeting, what they're interested in investing in the house, what certain things might cost, different components. Like if you add a bathroom on, it's going to cost X amount of dollars. If you add a bar on, it's going to cost X amount of dollars, so that they can choose to pursue those options or deselect.
Now, point of reference for everyone who's listening right now, bathrooms and basements are super popular. Mm-hmm. What I learned from Steve, and you get all the credit for this, and I kind of knew it, but I didn't realize it didn't cement until you said it. A bathroom can be put anywhere in your basement, folks. And I mean that even if you bought the house with the pre-plumbed BS, it doesn't mean anything. You can put the bathroom anywhere.
Right.
So don't let that limit your design.
Right.
Because sometimes they just have pipes sticking up out of the concrete thing. Yeah, this is where we decided we could have a bathroom, and there's nothing underneath it. And the plumbers that you use, we have Ron Alexander, Shelby Mechanical, amongst others. He's like, yeah, we can put a bathroom anywhere. Just we'll break the concrete up. It's not that hard. It's only 4 inches.
Right.
It's an easy job.
Yeah. It's not hard at all. And really, it's funny because we go into a home where people have been looking at this plumbing sticking through the floor for 10 years.
Right.
And they've designed their basement around that plumbing.
The whole time.
And so, we'll go in and just let them know, like, are you open to other designs? Because I can come up with something really cool and move this plumbing, 20 feet across the way.
And no big deal.
Right. And it makes for a much better floor plan.
And it really doesn't even cost that much more. Because
it really doesn't.
People need to understand it. So you got a clean slate when you got Finished Basements Plus. And the website's finishedbasementsplus.com.
Right.
Contractor of the Year. I love that. I'm going to say it a few more times. Okay. So now we've decided on budget. What if the homeowner says, ooh, I can't afford that. Then do you guys say, okay, well, we can plan phase 1, 2, 3?
We can phase, we can also get into homeowner participation. So we have some homeowners that, are fairly handy, might want to do the painting themselves or flooring. But there's different. We try and work with everybody that wants to work with us. So
Makes sense.
Try and find ways to get the job done.
I call that you're a deal maker, not a deal breaker.
Right.
That's important. That's a sign of a good contractor, by the way. One who's looking to make the deal go.
Yeah.
So it's important. So for homeowners who are listening right now, you're thinking about maybe finishing your basement, or you're thinking about doing it next year. You're not starting too early, okay? Because the design time, there's a little bit of a timeline here. Mm-hmm. Proper planning. You plan this properly and you're going to have a successful project. Did you know most people spend more time planning a Disney vacation than they do a bathroom or a kitchen?
It's funny. I just mentioned that to Keith, the exact same thing. And, I said I learned that from you. And
it's truth.
Yeah.
They're online, tickets, how much does it cost? What are the rides? Where's the VIP? How much hours? Blah, 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 blah,
Right.
I get anxiety going to Disney World. I'll never forget, after 2 hours holding my kid, he's 3, and we're in the Haunted Mansion line. I looked at my wife at the time, and I looked at her and I said, this is the last time this will ever happen. VIP or not.
Right.
I don't care, Mickey, Minnie. And I looked at my kid and I'm like, there's a lot of other better things we can be doing than sitting here for 2.5 hours.
Right.
Picking my butt. Terrible. Just terrible. I'd rather be working. So anyways, now homeowner has the design in process.
Mm-hmm.
Your designers leave the house, and when you leave the house, you already plan on the next steps with the homeowner.
Yeah, we'll set the next meeting up typically 2 weeks downstream, and that gives us some time to put a cool plan together. Sometimes it's more than one, and then we start putting the proposal together, quoting things out, and getting ready for the customer meeting.
Okay, and so homeowner knows that basement's been inspected, the designs have been discussed. Oh, I love this, I like that. I don't care for that. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. If budget allows, we'll do this. Your person takes notes. Do they take measurements first meeting?
Yes.
Okay, so they measure it up so they know exactly now. If I have plans in my basement, does that help you?
It'll help, but we still measure our own because sometimes things in construction...
Measure twice, cut once?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You never want to rely on anyone else. I'm with you, brother. Okay, so now we fast forward 2 weeks. Is the next meeting, do I come to your office or do you come to my house?
Either.
Okay, do you recommend either one or does it matter?
I recommend our office. Just we have more samples we can show you. We can do a little better demonstration in the office than we can at your house. But either way is effective.
Okay, and that's cool. What if someone's in the area and they want to come to your office before you come to their house? You'll let them?
Sure, absolutely.
That's what I
We
figured.
have people call up and we don't even have an appointment with them. They just want to come by and see our office and our showroom and meet some people before they set up their first appointment.
People want to make sure it's legit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. Let them do their due diligence. In fact, when you invite them, it shows how, the Social Solid Foundation.
Yeah, we're happy to have people come out.
Where are you located?
In Wixom?
So it's not 96 up to Wixom Road and or back. Yeah, Wixom
pretty
Road, right?
convenient.
Boom.
Yeah.
Some good food over there.
There is.
I'm a foodie. You know
Yeah.
that. In fact, don't you have a chili cook-off?
We do, Tuesday. We have a handful of our contractors are coming in to compete for the People's Choice Award.
Okay, I just took second place in the Hard Rock Stoneworks. In my head.
Hopefully you can come out.
I'm bowing my head a little bit because I think it was a fix. I want to recount. I came in with the $1,000 chili. It was really good, legit. I was impressed. I was happy. I came in second place. I was the winner last year, by the way. But I have a little anxiety today just thinking about it. Maybe I'll regroup and come to yours.
Yeah, bring it on.
I might. So, second meeting, your designers, they call up, Mrs. Jones, I'm going to see you on Tuesday, 5 o'clock. Let's say the homeowner decides to come see you. Can they have any meeting in the evening at your office? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so 5 o'clock, we'll see you there. I'm excited. I got a design that you're going to love.
Yeah.
Now, is it CAD? Is it hand-drawn? What is it?
No, they're CAD. There are a lot of 3D renderings. The CAD software automatically develops 3D renderings.
So it gives the homeowner an opportunity to basically envision what it's going to look like.
Yeah, you can see exactly what we're proposing. The great thing about coming to our office is also the fact that we can move things around right in front of you. You know, if you want to move a wall or see a different look or try something different, we can make those changes while you're sitting in our office.
Makes sense. Okay, so now we're there. The design's rock solid. Bam, home run. I love it. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go too, or is it we got to do more work?
You know, no, we're ready to go. I mean, at that point, if they love what they're seeing, and
You have a price prepared, or is it a range?
No. There's a solid price. It doesn't move unless from
We
that
add
point
or
they
detract.
add or subtract to
Okay.
the project.
So it's priced.
Yeah, it's priced out 100%.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so let's assume based on that. Now, does that happen a lot where the second meeting the homeowner's like, yeah, let's go?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, all right, here's the deal. It's October. I love the design. Am I going to be ready for my Christmas tree?
You're not going to be ready for your Christmas tree.
Christmas 2020.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
Okay, so you give us a timeline as well.
Yeah, so typically at the time you sign your contract, we're going to put you on the construction schedule. You're going to know that you're going to start in the third week of December or wherever we're at, and we'll put you in the next slot on the construction schedule. From there, you're going to get a call from one of our project developers who are going to bring it back into the office and go back through the entire design with you, tweak things, make sure that you're 100% comfortable with things, pick out all your colors for your walls.
So there's a whole process. And you have everything documented. That's one of the things I love about Finished Basements Plus, is that everything's documented.
Yeah, at our first meeting, that's another thing, is we are going to describe the whole process to you, what each stage looks
That's what
like.
I thought. Steve Iverson, FinishedBasementsPlus.com Contractor of the Year. I like saying that. Stay in the studio. We're going to keep going.
All right.
This is Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network. Comes to home improvement, there's no shortage of misconceptions out there. I think especially true when we talk about green home improvement. Is it just a fad, or you pay twice as much for a house that has green? It doesn't save you money. Well, I hear these myths all the time, and I'm going to break that down. Because what's real, what's a myth when it comes to green home improvement and remodeling?
It's time for Going Green with Hire It Done. Brought to you by Consumers Energy, Business Energy Efficiency Programs.
So what are the first myths for going green? You know, I know, right? Shout out to Mary Brenner. The first myth is that going green is more expensive. Is it? Is it really? Well, I don't know. The first thing that everyone thinks is that going green is going to cost you money, right? It may be true that some green products are more expensive than their conventional counterparts. However, when you consider the project as a whole, there's often opportunities to cut costs. So let's look at how you can cut costs, save money, be smart, things like that. Green homes are often referred to as high-performing homes because they're designed to be efficient, both in regards to energy and water. That means lower utility bills and significant savings over time. You don't have to take my word for it. According to the U.S. Green Building Council, the typical household spends about $2,150 a year on residential energy bills. That's why it might be sent. You know, there's a company that we are going to be working with soon, Power Home Solar. They save you money. Solar roofing, right? Think about that. You might want to consider that. It's pretty cool. But anyways, there's a lot, you know, LEED certified homes, LEED, L-E-E-D, can save 30 to 60. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. It's really a cool weekend. It's the fall, cider, donuts, home shows. Don't forget the Home Builder Association at the Suburban Showplace has the Fall Home Improvement Show. Hire It Done will be there. We have a booth with the Better Business Bureau we're sharing. And it's going to be fun. If you're thinking of remodeling, it's a great place to get ideas. In fact, this segment is called How Late is Too Late? Can you start a project this late in the season? Of course you can. It's never too late. But let's get through how and why and the factors necessary. That's right, necessary, my friends, in order to do this. One of the most common questions I always get is, hey, Adam, is it too late to start my project? Well, a roofing project, painting project, a deck, an addition, basements? My answer is that it's never too late to start a project, of course. But it might be too late to get the project finished by the time you want. Oh, I'm having people over for Thanksgiving. I need my kitchen done. Really, dude? Good luck with that. Although, you pay enough, you might get it done. So, right now it's a big time for home improvement because everyone has projects they want to get done before the holidays. That's the key word, holidays. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Homeowners typically spend all summer worrying about their home's exterior. And then soon as fall comes around, we realize, I got family coming over. I have to get the best guest bathroom finished. Or I have to paint the living room, whatever the case may be. Or perhaps I'm finishing a bathroom in a basement. Well, I recently talked to one of our professionals who do remodeling every day. I went to Steve Iverson. He's the owner of Finished Basements Plus, one of our hired done contractors. And he is doing basement finishing. And finishing a basement also encompasses every mechanical system in your home. You know that? It often includes a bathroom. There's drywall, lighting, many unique features, flooring. And a finished basement's a perfect project to look into and understand what the timeline for completing a renovation is really like. Think about that. It might put a damper on your holiday plans, but there's no such thing as a one-day remodel. That only happens on HGTV. Yeah, we do roofs in a day, but think about it. Can you really do a makeover in a house in one day? I'm sorry, but that ain't happening, okay? Reality TV's ruined the home improvement business. So is Google, believe it or not. We'll talk about that at another time. But one of the first things Steve from Finished Basements Plus told me is that after you schedule your initial consultation with his company, his team is about 4 to 6 weeks out on sending a plan and a proposal. Think about that. 4 to 6 weeks. You might say, whoa, how can it take a month to generate a quote? What's up with that? Well, you have to understand that a professional renovation contractor isn't just sending you a quote. This is the truth, my friends, and this is where this is important. Companies like Finished Basements Plus have an entire team of designers. They create layouts and floor plans and renders. That takes 40 hours. The planning and design process is important because it lets you, the homeowner, visualize what you're getting. It allows you to give your feedback on the design. So think about this. The first meeting with the company is where they get the ideas written down. And that's where you, the homeowner, have to be honest and tell them everything. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, the most important thing in a renovation project is that you, the homeowner, the customer, is getting what you want. Now, let's say you've signed a proposal. Now what? Well, any good renovation contractor has a backlog of projects, obviously. They're not like, we can start tomorrow. But does that consider a delay? No, because a good contractor is going to tell you every day throughout the process that you're working with them how their schedule is, okay? But there's permits they have to apply for. Most cities are taking 14 days on permits. And you have selections for materials, fixtures. And the reason when you want to work, and here's a key. The reason you want to work with an experienced contractor, with someone like Finished Basements Plus or any of our contractors, is because they're going the extra mile to make sure you, the homeowner, who have some concerns, are being addressed up front and your needs are being met. Think about this. According to Steve Iverson, right now you'd be looking about 8 to 10 weeks to actually begin construction on your project. So think about it. Today's October, beginning of October. It's after Thanksgiving they're going to start. And you know what? It's okay. Think about it. Everyone wants answers now, wants everything done now, but you can't get that done properly with the best quality quicker than that. So now that you've started on construction 8 to 10 weeks from now, how long is the project till it's finished? Well, according to Finished Basements Plus, and this is an interview I had with him, and he was giving me this information. And by the way, I really enjoy this because this is real information up front. This is information that, there's no sugarcoating. A lot of, we have a topic called the biggest lies in home improvement. Oh, the job will take 7 days. That's a lie. And we'll talk more about that in other episodes. But once the job's going on, it takes about 8 to 12 weeks to get it done, depending on the scope of work and how big it is, obviously. But remember, with this type of project, a full basement remodel, you're dealing with every mechanical system in the house, the electrical, the plumbing, the heating. So that's important. And there's multiple subcontractors. There's framing. There's drywall. There's insulation. And you have different suppliers delivering different materials. There's moving parts everywhere, right? So when you're looking at a time frame on completion, it's an estimate, never an exact science. But when you're dealing... Number one, we've been programmed to always get at least 3 bids, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I also want to give you permission to say yes when you find the contractor you want. Remember, it might be a few weeks or more before a good contractor is available to start working, and the sooner you decide, the sooner the project starts moving forward. Number two. Ask the contractor to write down everything that's included. This forces the contractor to think what else is part of the project and what could potentially come up. Additionally, ask the contractor what is not included. This too will force the contractor to think about items of the project that may not be included. Number three. Get it in writing for how long the job will take. Just understand that this is a reference, not an exact timeline, because no 2 houses or projects are the same. If you think you need a penalty clause for the job taking too long, then be prepared for paying a bonus clause if the project finishes early. Number four. Look for a contractor who's solution-minded. And what I mean by that is look for someone who identifies and solves problems instead of placing blame. Before you hire someone, ask what happens when a job goes wrong. Great contractors will have great answers. Number five. You don't necessarily want to hire the cheapest or the most expensive contractor. The cheapest contractors are more likely to cut corners, while the most expensive are not necessarily performing the best work. That's why more often than not, the best value comes from contractors who are priced in the middle of the road. If you like these tips, I've got a whole hour of home improvement advice coming your way. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What you don't know can hurt you. HireItDone.com. When there's work to be done around or in your home, when there's money to be spent, you don't want to go wrong. What you don't know can hurt you. We're people you can trust. Oh, get advice from us. What you don't know can hurt you. HireItDone.com.
It's the weekend. Perfect time to hire it done. Good morning, everyone. My name's Adam Helfman, home improvement expert. Hoo-ah. That's right. 4th generation contractor. People like what I have to say, so that's why I say it. And if you want hassle-free home improvement, just visit my website, hireitdone.com, because that's what we do. We talk about how to get that. No one wants to get ripped off. No one wants to overpay. We try and put you in front of the best contractors. That's all we do. We don't always win, but we have a pretty good batting average, that's for sure. In studio with me right now, longtime friend and contractor of the year, Steve Iverson from Finished Basements Plus. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Adam.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm so good. Look at me. I don't know what to do with myself. So, got a question for you. So, for everyone out there listening, Steve is contractor of the year. He's like the best basement remodeling contractor, like in America, probably. Been in all the magazines, legit. If you want to finish your basement, this is the guy. Anyways, how many people come to your office, meet with your designers, and say, "I saw the same bathroom and the same basement for $1,200"?
Well, I mean, that happens a lot. Where people are price comparing from other contractors, and it's really hard to compare price when you don't have the same materials, you don't have the same processes, you don't have the same people looking out for your interest along the way.
Right. No, and that's why you got it. And of course, when people they don't want to overpay, right? But when you watch like HGTV,
mm-hmm.
and they see this show, and then in a half-hour show, they remodel a full basement.
Right.
And they put a bathroom, a kitchen, cabinets, big screen TV on the wall, this whole thing. And then, we did it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we only spent $10,000.
Right.
I mean, I call it all fuzzy math. Does that impact from the homeowners' expectations for you guys? I'm sure it's an education.
Sometimes it is, but we're pretty good at establishing reasonable expectations, letting them know what we're capable of, regardless of what they saw on HGTV. You know, our whole business is built around making sure that the customer has a great experience at every step.
Sure.
So even throughout construction, which sometimes can be a challenge, we've got great processes in the construction part of the project that really hopefully the customer's having fun and having a good time during the project.
That's the best part about it. We call it best practices.
Mm-hmm.
Most contractors don't apply or implement best practices.
Right.
You're what we call a benchmark, meaning you're at the top, not top in price, but top in quality and satisfaction. So a lot of contractors will compare themselves to you. So you're the benchmark of the basement finishing business, and you're also applying best practices. So for like the people who are in quality control and these upper management and the high-end people, that's what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Average Joe homeowner, they don't know any better. And guess what? They're lucky when they get a company like you. And here's the best part about Finished Basements Plus. And by the way, the website, www.finishedbasementsplus.com. Check out really cool pictures before and after. One thing I know about your company is you're never the most expensive.
Right.
You're never the cheapest.
Right.
You're always in the middle. And that's what homeowners are looking for. So I think that's a win-win, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, we're fairly priced, and we give the highest level of service in the industry for what we're delivering.
Which is important.
Yeah, and, really, our industry is not known for I guess...
Top quality.
Well,
customer
top
satisfaction.
Quality, yeah, right. And so, we've really made it our mission to create raving fans. A lot of the customers, when they start with us, are very apprehensive. They're afraid, because of other experiences that they might get ripped off, or you're going to show up one day and not show up for 2 weeks, or you're going to take their money and run, whatever it is. So we work very hard to make sure that they're comfortable with us at every step.
And that's important. So homeowners have two fears: overpaying and getting ripped off. Right. Very similar, but they're different.
Yeah.
You don't have that. Never would have that. Now, what about financing? Homeowner says, yeah, I want to do this. I got good credit, but I don't have, $50,000, $100,000, whatever it is. This monster basement I want to do.
We have some great financing options for our customers, and it's all unsecured loans. So it's not a lien on their home. It's basically a personal loan between them and the bank.
Okay, and you will help facilitate that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
What about when a homeowner says, I want to do home theater and I want to do the big screen TV and the wiring? Do you assist them with that? Because that's usually it's like after the fact. Do you have guys come in and pre-wire and all that?
Yeah, we have an AV contractor that we work with, and he's got different packages that.
Oh, so you helps in?
Yeah.
Does the homeowner pay him directly, or can they include it?
Come through us.
Have you ever used Paulson's?
We have.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, they do a nice job.
I was recently in there, and I was just impressed by what they had. I just wondering, because I know most people want to do some kind of entertainment thing in the basement.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Well, basement finishing is not a bad thing to do.
No, I think it's a great thing to do.
www.finishedbasementsplus.com. Do you ever have like people with water softeners in their basement, water issues? You take care of all that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to take a break and we're going to talk about water softening, but I want you to hang on and come back.
Sounds
talk
good.
Some more. My name's Adam Helfman, and you are listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network. so that we can have a hassle-free home improvement. That's the deal. You want to hire a contractor? You need flooring done? You want a kitchen? You want granite, quartz? What do you need? Well, what you do need is a good contractor. What you do need is a hassle-free home improvement. That's what we're here for, to help you get the best advice, to help you get on the right track for a good contractor. That's how we are here at Hireton. We want you to enjoy yourself. And again, finding a good contractor is impossible today. It is like the biggest hair puller ever. And by the way, that's why I don't have hair. Because I can't find a good contractor. I pull my hair out. I'm kidding. It's just me being funny. Anyways, we have a really good show lined up this next hour. I got Alyssa Fair and Randy France from Hard Rock Stoneworks in studio coming up. We're going to be talking about the chili cook-off that's coming up. And by the way, I'm the defending champ, so I'm going to be bringing it. I'm going to be talking smack this at 8:30. And at the same time, we're going to talk trends in granite, quartz, marble. What's colors? What is there a trend? Is there things changing? Is gray still the popular? Is it white shaker that everyone still wants? Is there a transition? Is oak coming back? I don't know. You're going to have to keep it locked in to know. But, of course, it's 8 o'clock. 8:08, actually. 8:08. And that means I've got 8 tips for you at 8:08. That's kind of funny. Let's go through these tips, though. Okay, first thing I want you to do for this is lower the humidity, or because we have lower humidity right now, and it's cooler, not yet cold temperatures, it makes fall the perfect time to paint the exterior of your home. So, yeah, we're running against time. Yeah, it gets cold at night, but if you want to paint the outside of your home, you're at the end of the season. You got to get it done now. But you can still get it done. Welcome back. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. My name's Adam Helfman. In studio right now is Scott Brackenridge from Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions. How you doing, Scott?
Good. How you doing, Adam?
I'm awesome. So tell the audience for Hire It Done a little bit about Beauchamp's Water Treatment Solutions.
Beauchamp Water Treatment's been in the industry since the mid-'70s and servicing Livingston and Washtenaw counties.
Okay, so you guys have branched out since then.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you're big in Oakland, Macomb, Wayne.
Correct. Yep.
So anyone around here who needs water treatment can use Beauchamp's.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So let me ask you this. I grew up on well water, so I know what a system needs. Can you explain for the Hire It Done audience why you need water treatment or a water softener and what that does for people?
Yeah, majority of the people that need water treatment, most cases are on well water or community water situations where there's minerals, lime, hard water, calcium, and
that's what makes the sinks all rusty, right?
Well, the rust will do that. The calcium will give you the
clog the pipes,
residue, the film, hard water, dry skin, dry hair, ruins fixtures, dishwashers, clothing.
Sounds like a disaster to me. So the solution is a water softener?
Water softener. And most people don't realize a water softener is probably the most important appliance in your house to protect your appliances and fixtures.
So the corrosiveness of all the minerals is what does the damage.
Yes.
Okay, and the water softener takes care of that while cleaning the water, while making it healthy and safe for you.
Correct.
Okay, so you guys have been around a while and you've come from the industry. Tell me, has technology changed? Has it gotten better? Has filtration gotten better? Tell me where we're at today.
Water softeners today are really the same thing as they were 50, 60 years ago. Ion exchange is ion exchange. Technology-wise, everything's gone to digital, counter current backwashing, soft water backwashing. A lot of things like that have changed.
These are like water softener terms. Is this something that when you come out to their house, it gets automated and people don't have to worry about twisting and clicking dials and all
Correct.
that?
Correct. Most of the stuff has memory. Yeah.
Is there an app for that yet?
They're available, just not on our equipment yet. But yeah.
So technology, it's around the corner.
It's absolutely there. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So salt. Everyone has these big bags of salt. When I was a kid, my dad would always yell at me, "Go on, fill it up," and I would be the one doing it. And I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably why I do hire it done right now is I get other people to do it for me, right?
Right.
So you guys are the perfect solution for that. If somebody, let's say an older couple, they have the salt delivered, you guys will deliver it, right?
Absolutely. We will deliver it, bring it into the house. We take it to the brine tank. We put it in. Part of our specialty is that have always done is we test the water while we're there. So we make sure equipment that you have, whether it's ours or anybody else's, we make sure that things are set, the timers are set, and it's working.
That's interesting. What about repair and service? Like let's say someone bought a house, they don't know where the water softener's from, but they know they have it. We do furnace tune-ups at Hire It Done. We do roof checkups. We do all these things for your houses. Do you guys have like a softener tune-up or a service call where you go out and you clean things?
Absolutely do. Yes, we do. We have a service and we service all makes and models. So that's a plus. We can fix any of them. We can service any of them.
So if anyone out there is listening, you have a water softener or you want to do some better water for your ice maker or whatever, you can give Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions a call. The phone number, 810-632-2000, and BeauchampWater.com is the website.
Correct.
So Beauchamp is BEAU Champ, CHAMP, BeauchampWater.com. That's kind of cool. So what if someone needs to upgrade their water softener system? They can call you. You guys will come out and show them everything?
Right. We'll, it's a free charge. We don't charge to come out as a sales guy.
Yeah,
free
perfect.
estimate. We will we'll check the hardness, the iron, arsenic, TDS, all the basic stuff that's in the water, and we make recommendations. And the one thing that I know at Beauchamp Water that we pride on is we're going to educate the customer.
It's important you say that because that's how our show is set up at Hire It Done. We want to educate homeowners to make informed decisions so that hopefully their home improvement is hassle-free. So and for full disclosure, everyone out there listening, I had Beauchamps put in a reverse osmosis system in my house. And I was so impressed with the cleanliness, the quality, and the difference that your product made from my old one. And I'll never forget it. You have these new filters you put in for me, and they just snap in. Mm-hmm. As opposed to the old ones, you had to unscrew it, you had to pull them out. And then I read in the fine print somewhere it says you're supposed to wear gloves because if
sanitize.
You can contaminate it by doing that. Does anyone out there know that? I didn't know that. So these new things, and it's not expensive.
No, and when you're opening canisters on a reverse osmosis, the whole idea is they have purified water.
Correct.
So if you touch those filters, people don't realize you're touching those filters. You're contaminating them. You should sanitize those housings.
My ice tastes better, by the way.
Your coffee, tea, juice.
Yeah. So what if someone wants to go look at upgraded filters? They want to look at new equipment. Do you have showrooms?
We do have a showroom.
Where's it located?
We are located at 872 North Old US 23 in Brighton.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I went to. But you have a new location coming up.
Yes.
Where is that at?
It's in Waterford.
Michigan.
Yes,
cool.
M59 and Williams Lake Road. Can't miss it.
Perfect. And so you have a grand opening coming up.
Yes.
And it says that you guys are offering several promotions, which I'm excited about. But one of the things I wanted to ask you about is Salt Saturdays. What do you guys call that?
It's Salt Sale Saturdays.
Salt Sale Saturdays.
Yeah.
So if you say that 10 times fast, right?
Yeah.
What is it about?
Yeah, every Saturday. It doesn't have to be the first of the month or anything. It's every Saturday. It's $1 off, whether you get DuraCube Red Out or regular DuraCube Salt or potassium chloride. It's $1 off on every Saturday, and there's no limits.
Is one salt better than the other?
Yes.
Which one do you think is the right one?
DuraCube is the best salt that's out there as far as the cleanness of the purity of the salt.
Can you take that salt and grind it up and put it on your French fries?
You know, I probably would do that if I was in a pinch and really wanted it. I'd probably be okay with it.
Is it real salt? I mean, there's not like them.
It's the purest salt you can get for a softener. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's also edible, right?
Yes, it's food grade, and it's only sold to water softening supply companies. So you cannot go to a hardware or Home Depots or any of those places to get it.
That's interesting. Nice to know that. What about when you shower, the water feel on your skin? People have commented, I've heard of that in the past, and I kind of liked it. Can you explain that phenomenon, or what is that called?
When you have hard water and you shower with soap, you get the sticky feel. When you have soft water, it's slippery. The reason it's slippery is because you're feeling your body oils is what you should be feeling when you come out of the shower. And that's where the slippiness comes from. Everybody thinks it's the salt. It's not the salt.
It's the slippery.
It's the soft water.
Well, that's cool. Is there anything you guys sell that like it boosts water pressure at all or anything like that? Or is it, because I know I was always worried about water pressure. Is there anything that helps them with a water softener or no?
Well, water softener, you're relying on your well people to, either on-demand pumps or something like that. But reverse osmosis, they do put pumps in those. So if you want better pressure, you can actually put a delivery pump or a post pump that will help pressure.
Okay,
Yes.
so if you have that issue as well, call Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions, 810-632-2000. They got a new location opening up this week in Waterford.
Monday the 28th.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. It's
Thanks
a
for
pleasure to
having
have you. I want to talk more about water in the future, so you got to come back. We're going to have to get you in the studio again.
I can do that.
All right, we'll be right back. This is Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. I want to thank everyone for listening. Everybody. So we've got Randy France, Alyssa Fair in studio from Hard Rock Stoneworks. Alyssa, let me ask you a question. If there's 100 slabs sold, how many are granite and how many are quartz? Do you have a breakdown? Is it
Honestly, it's probably about 50-50 right now. Speaking of quartz, we are giving away a free quartz slab at our event at the Michigan Design Center on Tuesday the 15th.
Nice. So that's coming up this coming Tuesday.
This Tuesday, yeah.
So how do people get in to maybe get a slab? How do they do that?
You just have to show up. We're doing a presentation from 10 to noon. You get 1 CEU credit for a designer. They have to get a certain amount of CEU credits a year.
Continuing education. I hated doing that, but yeah, I remember.
The best part, though, for me anyway, is that we were going to have a mimosa bar. So
Really?
I mean, the free slab is awesome, but the mimosa bar, really? Come on.
We already have over 70 RSVPs, and to top that, I say we give away a slab right now.
A slab?
Quartz slab right now.
Right now? Can they call? What do they got to do?
Whatever your callers.
We're giving away a quartz slab for first caller, 248-539-9797. Let our call screener know that we're giving away a quartz slab right now to the first caller, 248-539-9797. Caught him off guard, but it's okay. Here's my question.
Best part about radio.
I like a good deal, okay?
Who doesn't?
I love basically getting a good deal, especially when it's from a company that's like, the leader in the industry. One of the things I love about Hard Rock is when I go there every time is the first thing I gravitate towards is, and I know this is kind of weird, but maybe it's because of who I am or my heritage or whatever. I go to the remnants. And because you've grown so quickly, so strongly, your remnants have grown. It's too bad we can't do a cash and carry, right?
Thousands.
Would you agree, Randy? Isn't it a great deal to go there and check that out? Because you can find almost anything in there, right?
Anybody who's doing a small project, a vanity, a fireplace, maybe an outdoor barbecue, just maybe a small table, coffee tables. We actually have coffee tables for sale in there. You can come in and you definitely can pick up something and save yourself some big money.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the best part. A coffee table. Now, will you guys make custom designs and smaller items as well?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
We've
'cause the
made
small ones, it's not cheap, but at the same time, you can make anything out of granite. You guys have that ability.
Yeah, with the water jets and CNCs, we pretty much can cut anything, polish anything, make anything look good.
Like our Michigan mittens that we love to give away.
Oh my God, you guys! I have in my office. I had a bunch of them. We brought them out to the home show, and people are just like, oh, "These are free." I'm like, "Yep, thanks to Hard Rock Stoneworks." That's funny. So if someone has, let's say, a logo of their company, they want to make it out of granite, you guys could do that, right?
Absolutely, easily. We've done it tons of times already.
Even when you walk into our showroom, you see our logo on a big desk, so you can use that as a huge, presentation right when you walk into your office.
And can you do that out of quartz too?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually easier out of quartz.
Right. Quartz. Well, break down the chemistry of quartz. Quartz is ground up. Me, finishbasementsplus.com. Welcome back, Steve.
Let's hit him.
Contractor of the year. It's pretty good. Is that for this year, or is it?
Yeah.
So
we
they just announced
got
it
the announcement a couple of weeks ago.
from the HBA, Home Builder
Yeah.
Association. It's a great organization. If you're a builder, you got to be a member.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Fall's that time of year where we get ready to spend a lot of time indoors. That means cleaning is on everyone's mind, especially with the holidays just around the corner. If you listen to my show, which thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people listen, right?
Absolutely.
Then you probably know I love carpeting in my house. I'm a carpet guy. I like carpet. I like shag. I like my toes. I'm not into like hardwood floors and all that. It's okay. I'm allowed my opinion. But, listen, it's not easy to maintain carpeting, especially if you've had done, let's say you finished the basement, right? What percentage of basements, Steve, when you do have carpeting in them?
Oh, probably 60%.
So there's still, I know you have products that go on the floor that are waterproof, water resistant, mold
Right.
resistant. They got that too. People love that.
It's usually a mix.
So a little mix, but a
Yeah.
lot of carpet.
Yeah.
So, but you've done construction for 6, 8, 10 weeks or whatever it is. Listen, we all know dust, water, they always win.
Mm-hmm.
So you just always come kind of clean. So I want to give some carpet cleaning and some vacuuming tips, if we don't mind. You see, carpets need to be vacuumed once a week and more often in areas of heavy traffic, which makes sense. Frequent vacuuming prolongs the life of your carpet by preventing a buildup of the gritty particles that can cut your carpet fibers. Now, of course, when you have construction, you guys protect the flooring, right?
Yeah, we protect the flooring from the front door to the basement entrance and then down the
All the way
basement
down,
stairs.
which makes sense. And so you got to do that. Vacuum wall-to-wall carpeting, you got to divide the floor into quadrants. You know how I know this? Because one of our carpet cleaning companies that we work with gave me all this advice. Night Owl Express. If you ever have like a flood or you want to give a gift to a homeowner of carpet cleaning or have something carpet clean, call these guys up. They do 3 rooms for $89, and then they give you a $25 gift card via Hire It Done. So it's like really cheap. And of course, most homeowners say, it's so cheap, I want you to do the whole house. Makes sense. But legitimately how clean and how quality the work is crazy good. So these tips came from them. And they said to me, take your time when you vacuum your carpet, especially plush carpet in which dirt is sure to be deeply embedded. I got one of those Dysons, but I got the handheld, the one that like, it's got the wand and it's electric, no plug, what I mean, battery out.
Yeah, battery.
Legit, dude. This thing will suck the chrome off a bumper. It's that good. Can I say that? I guess I just did.
Yeah.
It's a vacuum cleaner. It's like a V9, the V something series. legitimately, like it fills up the canister. Like my house is so dirty. I just have my ducts clean. I got my automatic filtration system on the furnace.
Right.
And wow. So basically, you got to clean your carpets that way.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, get it done properly. Now, what about red wine spills? Can you get those out? Our guys can. I tried it. Well, can you imagine putting your own red wine on the floor? Manischewitz. It's like grape juice. Same thing. What you can do, though, you use a little mix of peroxide and baking soda.
Okay. Good tip.
Put it together. Yep. And then take care of it. Let it sit for a few minutes. And it makes sense, But there's a lot of ways to clean your carpeting. But you got to be smart about it. It's a weekly thing, but I'm one of those guys that basically want you to hire it done, right? Vacuum it once a week, but then have the carpet cleaners come once a quarter. Not a big deal. So do you ever have homeowners ask you when you're remodeling their basement, you did such a good job in their kitchen downstairs or the bathroom downstairs? Can they say, well, what's the difference? I need a new powder room. Can you knock that out? What do you do?
Well, we will do that for past customers.
Past.
Yeah, we
You have to
don't
be in the club.
We don't right. It is the FBP club,
right?
But we don't market the services, but we can do anything on the inside of the house.
All right, that's important because I you think about it, the basement, basement's like a musty word, right? Lower levels, the sexy word,
right?
Which I like. So that's why I was always wondering. So, what's the most popular remodeling in a basement room? Is it they want a bathroom, they want a bar, they want a TV, they want a playroom? What is an exercise room? What is the most popular? Most bathroom or basements that you do have one of these in every one of them.
I would say a lot of bars, because they can personalize them. They can really do some cool things to add their own flair to it, whether they're very contemporary or very traditional, or they've got a theme in mind. We can follow along with whatever they want to do.
So you can be very thematic. That's cool.
Yeah.
What about when they have a designer involved?
We can work with their designer.
No problem.
Yeah, we're in that. We love everybody's creative ideas, so
you welcome that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back in the day, we're talking like in the 80s and 90s, when I was a contractor, you never wanted to drywall the ceiling because there was plumbing, and God forbid it would burst, right?
Right.
Today, we don't even care.
No, we do a lot of drywalled ceilings.
Right?
Yeah, we put access panels in wherever there's a shut-off valve or you need access.
One thing that my dad made me do, and I know that you do this, is that when we would remodel a basement, we would actually take the heat ducts and run them to the floor. It's a proper way to do it.
Yeah, well, we used to do it that way, and we found that we get more velocity out of the pipe if we leave the heat supplies in the ceiling and we put the cold air return down at the floor.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like to hear that.
Yeah.
So we've evolved.
Right.
Makes sense. Okay, so it's not just a better way to do it because I'm thinking heat rises and that's why you do it, but the
Right.
return air is what gives you the circulation.
Exactly.
It makes sense scientifically.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, I learned something today.
Oh, good.
I always thought it was this is how we do it.
Right.
Now, what about homeowners who want to do a drop ceiling? Will you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it save money or is it better to drywall?
It's about by the time you choose a good ceiling tile, which we have one made by Rockfon, which is Rockwool.
Mm-hmm.
That's our standard tile. It's about the same cost as drywall.
Okay, but it's modern looking. It's not like a commercial or a office building.
No, it's got a nice revealed edge and flat tile.
So, what would you prefer?
It's funny because we just finished our basement this past winter, and we did kind of a mix. We did kind of the main area has drywall and some raised areas that kind of go with the floor plan. We did some spray painted, some dry fall ceiling, so it's black. It has kind of a commercial look, and
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and we did 2 different areas of that in 2 different colors, so it turned out kind of neat.
That's cool. If anyone has a question for Steve, finishedbasementsplus.com, text us 97136. If someone wants to call you, Steve, what's the phone number they can call the office?
They can call 248-926-6630.
Cool. Is there any advice you would give homeowners who are thinking of remodeling their basement? I mean, obviously call you, but what would be advice? Prepare. What's the number one thing you want them prepared for?
Well, I think, to start early. like it's never too early to start the planning process. I don't care if you want your basement done a year from now. You can call us now, and that gives you plenty of time, because we often run into customers who we can't meet their timeline, or we can't get them in our process and process them the way that they should be processed.
So basically, homeowner says, I got to have a basement by Christmas. You're like, I'd love to do it, but I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to.
Yeah, and the reality is they should be leery of anybody who can.
Right.
Like
we'll have it done tomorrow.
Yeah, I would be scared to death if I called a contractor out and he said I can start Monday.
This morning's mailbag question was, what's the one question you should ask every contractor? When will the job be complete? How long will the job take? Things like that.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you hear stories about it all the time. It's on the news weekly.
Right.
Somebody getting ripped off.
It's terrible. It is terrible. And so you don't think, is there an average cost for a basement remodel? I mean, I say 50 to 100 grand for done, with a kitchen, a bathroom, a little entertainment center, a full livable, 1,600 square foot or more basement.
That's a pretty good range. I mean, we tell people to start their budget somewhere around $50 a square foot, depending on what they're putting into it. And it's going to go up from there.
Right. And it's like building a house. Remember, you got 2x4s, you got framing, exterior walls, you got ceiling, you got plumbing, electrical, heating, cooling. It's all there.
Yeah. And we're dealing with materials like cellular PVC moldings that are more expensive than just.
But they last forever and they're mold resistant.
Exactly.
That's what I love about
Have a lifetime warranty.
What about fireplaces in the basement? Can you do all that?
We do a lot of electric fireplaces.
And they give off heat?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I like that. Okay, well, that's a good thing to know. I wasn't sure. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some crazy rooms. Have you ever done anything like that? It's like, you're embarrassed to say on radio? Maybe I'll say it. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. I want to thank everyone for listening. Everybody. So we've got Randy France, Alyssa Fair in studio from Hard Rock Stoneworks. Alyssa, let me ask you, welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. It's really a cool weekend. It's the fall. Cider, donuts, home shows. Don't forget the Home Builder Association at the Suburban Showplace has the Fall Home Improvement Show. Hire It Done will be there. We have a booth with the Better Business Bureau we're sharing. And it's going to be fun. If you're thinking of remodeling, it's a great place to get ideas. In fact, this segment is called How Late is Too Late? Can you start a project this late in the season? Of course you can. It's never too late. But let's get through how and why and the factors necessary. That's right, necessary, my friends, in order to do this. One of the most common questions I always get is, hey, Adam, is it too late to start my project? Well, a roofing project, painting project, a deck, an addition, basements? My answer is that it's never too late to start a project, of course. But it might be too late to get the project finished by the time you want. Oh, I'm having people over for Thanksgiving. I need my kitchen done. Really, dude? Good luck with that. Although, you pay enough, you might get it done. So, right now it's a big time for home improvement because everyone has projects they want to get done before the holidays. That's the key word, holidays. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Homeowners typically spend all summer worrying about their home's exterior. And then soon as fall comes around, we realize, I got family coming over. I have to get the best guest bathroom finished. Or I have to paint the living room, whatever the case may be. Or perhaps I'm finishing a bathroom in a basement. Well, I recently talked to one of our professionals who do remodeling every day. I went to Steve Iverson. He's the owner of Finished Basements Plus, one of our Hire It Done contractors. And he is doing basement finishing. And finishing a basement also encompasses every mechanical system in your home. You know that? It often includes a bathroom. There's drywall, lighting, many unique features, flooring.
Thank you.
So you do basement remodeling. Let's talk about some crazy projects.
All right.
You showed me in the break a picture of a room for a family who had some kids who wanted like a rock climbing wall. And
Yeah. We built a cool rock climbing wall. Then it climbed up to a ladder that you could climb across the ceiling and to the other side and then back down. That was a fun project.
What's that show we were talking about again? Yeah, American
Ninja, yeah.
That's like, you see like YouTube videos of the homemade things.
Yeah.
You get requests like that?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, we get to do some really fun stuff.
So what about like a homeowner who says to you, I want this room all painted black? Do you ever get like that? Or he says, I'll say it on the air, I want a stripper pole. Do you have like a homeowner ask for a stripper pole?
Not directly, but I did have a customer last year that we were designing something and they said they wanted a removable table.
Uh-huh.
And I know it wasn't for a removable table. They wanted a 4-inch hole in the ground and one in the ceiling. And I'm
What
sure
about
they had other
like on a
plans.
bar top, you can put a pole, like a brass pole.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can do that. What about if a guy says, I'm going to hang something from the ceiling and it's going to be structurally, like
You need certain weight to swing around
yeah,
it.
Exactly. Like he looks at his wife and says, honey, how much you weigh? Have you ever had like anyone do that?
I have not. I'm waiting for that customer to call.
Okay, so right, you're waiting for him. Steve's got his wife here, Amy, in studio, and she's like, her eyes just popped out, and she's like, what? It's all good. I'm waiting too. I want to know about that. We can bring them on the show.
Right.
So we're talking about finishing basements, by the way. So there's some crazy. Have you ever found any like a safe or like drugs basement on their demo?
No, we found some dead animals.
Really?
Yeah, some squirrels and stuff like that.
I will, to be honest with you, when I was a contractor back in the day, we found in the ductwork in the basement a bag of cocaine.
Oh.
Legitimately.
Right.
Yeah, and that's on our podcast. We have a podcast that we talk about all the crazy stuff. Did you ever have a homeowner from hell?
We've had in the last 15 years a couple that
they just come out of the woodworks.
It took a lot to get through the project, but we got through. Never give up and
never give up.
Right.
There you go. And that's one of the things I talk about with good contractors is being solution minded. Okay, if there's a problem, you solve it. When a homeowner, and listen, you have the best guy show up to the job and he had a bad day. He may do the job wrong, but you're the type of contractor who says, you know what, not good enough. I'm going to redo it. Rip it out and redo it.
Absolutely.
I've recently done that.
Yep.
I didn't like the work. I'm like, listen, we're on our dime. We're ripping it out. But I want to let you know when we rip it out and redo it, we're adding a week to the job.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are like, oh, yeah, but he's making it right. I'm gonna do it that way. So that's how that happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I I think it's a good thing. Now, how long should a full basement remodel take? An average size job? 12 weeks, 10 weeks?
Yeah, you're going to be 8 to 12 weeks, depending on the scope of work.
What slows you down the most? The homeowner that is on top of you every day, or is it a city, or is it just good
inspections?
Inspections.
City inspections.
Okay, so let's go through that. You frame up the basement really quick, and first inspection is rough inspection. What is it? Rough
Yeah,
framing,
so
or
you're
you gotta
going to
do
have
electrical, plumbing. What is
You're
it?
going to have all your mechanicals go first. So you have plumbing, electrical, and heating. Those all get inspected. And then you can do insulation and then rough building. So you essentially have 5 inspections at the front end of the job, and then you have the same 5 inspections at the back end of the job as final inspection.
So, and just so everyone knows, an inspection's a 3 to 4 day process because you got to call for it. You can't do any work while you're waiting if he shows up on time. So let's just say 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
You got 5 inspections that are 3-day inspections. That's 15 days.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks. That's weeks where you really don't get work.
Right.
So there you, I guess if you explain it to the homeowner up front and say, listen, we do our best to work while they're doing things. However, you're not supposed to. So that's and then you got 5 inspections on the back end.
Right.
So that's 4 weeks of inspections.
Yeah.
Oy.
Well, it's not quite that bad. But what we do is we also build it into the construction calendar that our customers have access to, so they can see the week that we're doing inspections, both at the front and the back. So they understand, and we explain to them up front that there's going to be limited activity other than the inspectors and waiting for the inspectors.
Right. So that's a slowdown. It's basically a slowdown on the job.
Right.
Now, how many, you assign a project manager and there's a designer. How often does the homeowner meet with the project manager and designer to everyone, keep the progress going? Is it once a month, once a week, once every other week, twice a week?
They're going to have contact with the project manager a couple times a week, whether that's a meeting, a phone call, whatever it is. They're going to have contact with them. If there's ever an issue, they have their cell phone number,
Call them
their email
directly.
address. They can call them directly.
Text messaging.
Mm-hmm. And if they're not getting a good answer, they can always call me.
So at the end of the day, do you visit every job now?
I try to get there.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm. And you're starting a couple jobs a week.
We start 3 to 4 projects a week, and the idea is to finish 3 to 4 a week as well.
So you try and balance that.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
It's going great. We're currently booked into January just to start a project.
So if someone calls you today and they put together with you the whole process, and they like everything, you'll be starting in January.
Right.
Okay, so that's not bad.
Right.
It's not a big deal. And then typically, so that'll be a springtime finish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that. If it's gonna be done right, that's the way you plan it.
Yeah.
What do they say? What's that cliche? 3 things you speed, quality, and price.
Right.
You only get 2.
Right. Yeah.
You don't
That's
offer
true.
speed as one of the choices.
Right. No, we don't.
Yeah, it's quality and price.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a saying: "Do it right or do it again."
Oy. Yeah, do it right or do it again.
Yeah.
We don't need that headache.
Right.
It's all good. So that's important. So the website's finishbasementsplus.com.
Yeah.
Anyone listening from your organization today you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, Katie, Pam, Steve, Craig, Karen, Chelsea, all the boys in logistics.
You're busy.
In the field.
And you're located in Wixom.
We're in Wixom, yeah.
So but you do all Southeast Michigan.
Yeah, yeah.
How far do you go? Will you do Grosse Pointe?
We'll go to Grosse Pointe, Ann Arbor, Grand Blanc, Macomb, Shelby.
So you do 5
We're
to 7
Southeast
counties.
Michigan, yeah.
Smart man. Any ideas to growing, or are you just keeping the pace?
Yeah, well, we're going to go along with the way we're doing things right now. We've got a few ideas in the hopper, but not ready to release them yet.
Yeah, listen, if you either lead, follow, or get out of the way, right?
Right.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Is there any new technologies? Is there any technologies that you apply to your business that people enjoy that say, "Oh, I'm glad you got this app," or "I'm glad you helped me with this," or the communication? What is it, Builder Trend, or is there like a something?
Well, yeah, I mean, the CAD systems that we use are very high-end CAD systems. Our measuring and inspection tools, laser measures, and
So you give the latest things. And when he says CAD systems, folks, that's computer-aided design.
Yeah.
So it allows the homeowner to visualize beforehand what the job's going to look like. Did you ever put a live camera, like these Ring doorbells are so popular. Did you ever put a live camera on the job and then have homeowners log in so they can be like voyeurs and watch the job working?
No, not like that.
That would be great.
Have, one of our technologies is the builder trend that you mentioned is our project management system that will upload photos into that the customer can see. They can
Daily.
also see their job schedule.
I would like to do live streaming. Say to the homeowner, listen, we need your Wi-Fi. We're setting up a camera in this corner, and I'm going to allow you to log in. Go to www.finishedbasementsplus.com / your last name, your address, whatever it is,
Right.
then your password, and then you can see what's going on there.
Yeah, that'd be a cool
The guys
idea.
are there right now. Click, 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 click. No, they're not.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Billy, get in front of the camera quick.
Right. Wave.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that'd be great.
And then it holds everyone accountable.
Yeah.
It's like Big Brother. Hey, man, you're supposed to be working on the job, not slaying, not sleeping, not Facebooking, not Instagramming. I want you plumbing.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
No Snapchats.
Right.
Ooh, that's an idea. I
Yeah,
love
you
it.
got a good idea.
The Hire It Done voyeur video system. Per job, you pay for it.
Right.
I'm in. Would you let me beta test it with you?
Sure.
We'll get some cameras.
Let's do it.
Homeowners are logged in. You say, listen, Mr. Homeowner. And by the way, we can lower the price of the job if you allow us to do this because we'll have advertisers selling. We'll go online and say,
We'll
look,
do it when Ron's guys are on the job.
perfect. Ron Alexander's guys. Well, they show up and work.
Right.
We want to get somebody that we know. Like we don't know for your job. There is nobody. They all come and work. I got to find some clowns. Can you imagine though doing that? Like, or we have like the dancing plumber or something. Guy doesn't think anyone's watching. He's dancing on the job. Like, what up? I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, me too.
Well, end of the show. So fast,
Alrighty.
right?
Holy cow.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks
Always
for
a
having
pleasure.
me. It was
Contractor
awesome.
of the Year, Steve Iverson, Finished Basements Plus, the website, finishedbasementsplus.com. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. You want a great contractor like that, visit hireitdone.com. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network.